Welcome everyone to the Selling Your Business course. Throughout this series, you're going to learn step by step how to sell your business the right way. My name is Andrew Ornoski, and I'm going to dive into a bit about my background and why you should listen to me, why you should trust me. But really, my goal throughout the series is to give you the complete step by step roadmap so that you can go and sell your business. And I've seen a big lack in the marketplace in terms of just helping people sell their business, right? I don't see any real videos online, and typically your only real way of learning how is by talking to a broker. And so my goal with the series is that before you even go and talk to a broker, talk to your next buyer, you have this series to watch and gain complete clarity on how to sell your business properly. We're going to dive into mistakes that I've made throughout my career, and I've seen partners make mistakes, I've seen clients make mistakes, I've seen just made ourselves, and how you can avoid those and sell on your own terms. And we're also going to dive into some stats that will put things into perspective for you on what selling your business will really look like in the big picture. A bit about me. I've been in space now of buying businesses for the last 6 years. I started off as a business broker in Phoenix, Arizona, where I got my feet wet. During that time, I had just dropped out of college. I didn't know what to do, but I do know that I wanted to always learn about companies like Procter& and Gamble, Nestle, these companies that seem to own every big brand at the store. And I always asked, how is it possible that these one companies can own all these different brands? I thought they started each of those companies from scratch. And the more I dug deeper and deeper into it, the more I learned that no, these companies had grown through acquisition. They bought businesses. And that led me to finding my first mentor who told me, hey, if you really want to work with me, find a business and sell it. And so now I'm 19, I'm broke. I just get licensed here in Arizona, and I find my first business to sell, which was a pizza restaurant that we ended up selling for about $170,000 just about 3 months after I started working at my first a brokerage here in Phoenix. And during that process, I really learned that, hey, like I can help people doing this. And I found a real calling for this. And it was the first time in my life where I felt aligned with where God was taking me, right? And, in the process, I found out not only can I help people, but there's a real need for this. Whether the owner wants to retire, they have health issues, they're having issues in their marriage, they're running low on money, and they just need to sell their business. I found that this is a real need I can help with. Then a couple of months after, well, about a year and a half after I started off as a broker, we started our own firm called For Good Merger, where we went from just doing deals in Arizona to going national now. So now we were able to start working with clients outside of just Arizona, which really was my first main goal I had. From there, at age 23, I bought my first business, which was a franchise in the funding space. And during the process of not only helping owners sell, but also buying my first business, I started to really realize that there is a big knowledge gap but between all owners, right? Like most owners don't know how to sell their business. Even the ones that have built this successful business that you see on the outside, inside they don't know how to leave it, right? Or how to liquidate the wealth they have created. And that just motivated me to keep going deeper and deeper, not only into the businesses that we were investing in, but also into the businesses that we were advising to really make a bigger impact for them too. And that's going to be the biggest thing when it comes to this series. My goal isn't to just come at you with from this perspective of this is how you sell your business, but as a broker perspective, but also as an investor, right? Like we advise dozens and dozens of investors. We're investors ourselves, not just brokers. And so my goal is to give you both the perspective of how to sell your business properly from a brokering perspective, then also from a buyer perspective, what are most buyers looking for when they are looking at your business? And how can we best plan and prepare for your exit to have the biggest success? For our team currently, we have about 13 advisors on our team. My mentor and partner, Ace Chapman, is our founder, and he's been doing this for 25 years. What's the real goal with this course here. The real thing, the real problem is that most business owners are flying blind. There's no real education on a market, on YouTube, on Google, for really how you can step by step know how to sell your business. Like, what's the process from step A to step B? How do we prepare? How do we plan? What's it like during due diligence once you do find a buyer? How do you know you found the right buyer? How do you help the buyer get capital or make sure they even have capital to close? How do you think about deal structuring? All these questions we're going to be answering in this probably 10-part series. And my goal is that, like I said, this next point, you don't have to rely on just a broker, right? And as much as you will want to, it's so much better to just know in yourself how to sell. It's really like doctors, how they go to med school, but they don't teach you how to run a practice. Right now, you have built a successful business, but you haven't been taught how to sell. And so during the series, you'll have complete guidance, start to finish. And we'll also kind of talk about the real fact that just most businesses don't sell and how you can be in the minority that do have a successful exit. This course is for you if you do want to sell within the next 6 months to, let's say, 3 years. If you want to sell and you want to start preparing and you want to increase the value of your business, this will be for you as well. If you want to start thinking longer term about your business, maybe you don't want to sell right now, but maybe in 5, 10 years you want to, and you want to start to prepare your trust, your wealth accounts, all your back end, so that when you do sell, your family will be taken care of for generations to come. And then if you just want to take control of your exit process, and maybe you already have buyers reaching out to you, this will also give you a complete guidance on what to expect during that process. We'll be covering in the series a complete framework. So buyer insights, what do buyers look for when they're buying your business? How do we best position your business to be most attractive to an investor? Valuation secrets, how do we value your business? How do we increase the value of it? Due diligence, what to expect once you do find a buyer? How do you prepare throughout the process and show up, and what to expect during due diligence to make that the most efficient as possible? Because in due diligence, it can go long-winded if you're not careful. Team preparation, how do you prepare your team for transition? Then, of course, post-sell life, how do you enjoy your life, move on to your next venture, invest your money afterwards? All these things we're going to cover. If you want to go deeper during the series, please just reach out over email. I'm sure I won't cover every question that you might have in detail. Best place to reach me will be over email, which you can find in the links below. And just feel free and stay in touch. Now, in Module 2, we're going to be covering why you should sell your business and go over a few stats of what to expect. And really just learn the shocking stats about current market opportunities and why right now is the best time. So I will see you all in Module 2.